we have to go to Uttarakhand, another hill state, beautiful state again. 5 seats on offer, remember, in the state of Uttarakhand. How is Uttarakhand shaping up? Take a look at the numbers for Uttarakhand as they stand at the moment. The BJP projected vote share here again 60%. Congress 35%. These are all the direct contest states. I come back to it. BJP, Congress, direct contest. BJP is sweeping all these states. Others 5%. How is this translating into seats? Remember, 5 seats on offer. Congress had a few heavyweights like their former Chief Minister Harish Rawat contesting. No contest. 5 BJP, none to the Congress. So across the parts where the BJP swept, we now have 5 such states to give you evidence. Chhattisgarh, Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh, Himachal, Uttarakhand and also Delhi. So you've got states, irrespective, there's no Balakot, no Pulwama, and even so in these states, the BJP is scoring well over 50%, Rahul. There's a story there.
No, but it also suggests how a lot of people came back and said, oh, there's no Hawa, there's a silent election, people are unhappy with Modi. I mean, now, if this is the way the poll sets up, then what were these people doing? Who were they meeting? What hookah pani were they doing? Because the fact is that while the margins may come down in some seats, the BJP is still winning. And ultimately, that's what Rajat gave the BJP top leadership a lot of hope. They're saying, margin bahut hai, gap bahut hai. So it will appear that there is turbulence. But, when your flight is flying from one destination to another, there may be pockets of air turbulence. It doesn't mean that the plane's going to crash.
Absolutely right. I think the problem is that people have started living in their own bubbles. That YouTuber bubble that exists, people who are constantly reading the news being put out there as direct competition to actually a data-backed journalism, when you start living in that bubble, you're only hearing your voice. That echo chambers that are existing are actually convincing a lot of people, even within the Congress party, that is the alternate reality and the real reality. Look at post-election, they are not putting out any other number. They're putting out aggregate YouTube numbers are greater than the aggregate YouTube numbers of the BJP. Clearly falling into a trap that they are only hearing each other out, and in that hearing, they are actually imagining that, our public rallies are getting all of these people and we are suddenly building up a narrative. And
speaking of YouTube numbers,
yeah.
In a political context, they are what they are, it doesn't matter as much. But at this moment, India Today Television's live YouTube concurrents are more than that of Republic World, CNN Network 18, Times Now, NDTV, Vion, First Post, NewsX, Crux, whatever that is, ANI News and Mirror Now put together. So if you look at the of dominant, put together, sir, put together. I just did the maths. If you add up the live concurrents of all our competitors, Republic World, Network 18, Times Now, NDTV, Vion, First Post, NewsX, ANI, Mirror Now, and you look only at India Today Television, and there's only other one person who's demonstrated this kind of domination, which is Prime Minister Modi. Outside of that, there is no other scenario where you'll have a situation where one network has more people watching. Imagine, when Rajdeep was in another network, we had a tougher contest. When there were other people in other networks, it was a different situation. At this moment, it's a one TV network show. Complete one network show. India Today Television dominating the poll coverage. More live concurrents than all.
Should I crack a joke? Since you mentioned, you see what you did, India Today poached Rajdeep. You see, that's what you have to do. You moved me from one channel to the other.
Congress should do that. It on to look at you, to look at your various expressions.
One of the things that is very interesting, 440 odd candidates of the BJP. Guess how many of them have moved from other parties to the BJP in the last 10 years? I was staggered by the number. 25%. Sorry?
25%.
25%. Over 100 candidates. This is one of the staggering facts. Over 100 candidates of the BJP contesting this election were in another party in the last 10 years and have moved to the BJP. So the moral of the story, if you can't beat them, try and join them.
No, but, we're very, very thankful. On behalf of every single person who works at the India Today Network, we want to thank all of you who are watching at this time. This is history of a different kind being scripted. To have more live concurrents than all other competitor networks put together, is very, very significant. It means a lot to us. So we're very thankful on behalf of our network for your time, for your trust, for your faith. Thank you so much. And we hope that we can keep this going over the next few days.
Okay, hot seat, cool air is what I'm told. I must say very clearly, hot seat, cool air is in a cool place where we all should be. Is Pauri Garhwal. That's where we should all be instead of in Delhi at 49 degrees Celsius. And Anil Baloni, the BJP's media in charge, a former journalist, is the one who at the moment appears to be winning his debut election against Ganesh Godial. So Anil Baloni has plenty of reason to smile, and he is an important figure because he's the one who often interacts between journalists and the BJP party. So Anil Baloni, one of the many 134 new faces that the BJP is given tickets to, he's one of them. Remember these two factors: more than 100 tickets given to those who've switched parties over the last 10 years and 134 new faces there like Anil Baloni. Let's move on to Himachal Pradesh. Himachal Pradesh has been in the news for all kinds of reasons in this election. Kangana Ranaut contesting there from Mandi, Anand Sharma going back to contesting a Lok Sabha election from Kangana. But let's look at the numbers. 4 seats on offer. The BJP had swept all 4 and had got the biggest vote that they got in any state in northern India, 68% last time. They're down to 64, but that's still huge. 64%, much like in Madhya Pradesh, in Chhattisgarh, these are the BJP heartland states. Remember, in a state where they lost the assembly just 15 months ago. Congress down to 34%, others are 2%. How does this translate into seats? When you've got a 30% gap, there can only be one winner in a state like Himachal. And that winner is the BJP, all four. So it appears that my friend Rahul Kanwal's friend, Kangana Ranaut, could actually be winning an election.
But there's a larger meaning.
Rahul is blushing.
No, I'm not
He's blushing all over. He was the first to discover her. I was told you're the first mainline anchor to interview Kangana all those years ago.
This is all just Rajdeep trying to get me into trouble. We leave that. We wish all candidates well, including Kangana Ranaut and Vikramaditya Singh. Just let Rajdeep's outswinging ball just go past safely to the keeper and not poke your bad at it. I mean, that's what we need to do.
But you know, again, this is the same thing, Rahul Verma, and I'll bring you in, Preeti, in a moment, because you've got a state election, which the Congress wins 16 months ago. And you now have a Lok Sabha where the BJP sweeps. So the Indian voter seems to have decided, Modi for Delhi, I can live with whoever with a Sukhu in Shimla.
So I think there are two things happening. First, in some states, BJP chief ministers were not, did not provide good governance, and they paid a price for it. It was Karnataka there, and I think even Madhya Pradesh. Second, of course, Modi pulls some of the votes. But in Himachal, you have to also remember, while seat gap was large, vote gap between Congress and BJP was just 1%.
Sure.
Right?
But yes, now it's 30%.
Yeah.
Preeti, you want to make a quick point and then I'll get you Rashid.
There are 6 Vidhan Sabha assembly seats also going to vote at the same time.
That's right.
It could be very possible that by the end of June, the government might shift where Himachal is concerned.
Yes, Rashid, more bad news for the Congress party. How is the Congress party going to deal with all these losing these direct fights with the BJP? Is there some problem? Will there be introspection if these numbers hold, Rashid?
Absolutely. But this is also very surprising that Prime Minister Modi has made no inroads in Punjab in 2014 or 19, and suddenly there is a Modi factor in Punjab. So this, survey, while I am not contesting, survey findings, some of the things are very because the Aam Aadmi Party and Congress have 67% of vote share. Suddenly there is a decline of 18% vote share. On what grounds? Coming back to Himachal, there are by-elections are going on, as Preeti was saying, and this has a bearing. If Congress loses those, even 2 out of the 6 seats, there will be change of the fall of government. And therefore, the stakes are very high for Congress, and there are a couple of seats in Himachal where there will be the fierce contest. What we are seeing, Rajdeep, wherever there is, we talking about close contest, fair contest, it is going in favor of BJP.
Okay, now, by popular demand of Rahul Kanwal, we are coming to the cool hot seat of Mandi. He wanted to know what is the status of Kangana Ranaut in this election. He's smiling away, blushing away. Kangana Ranaut versus Vikramaditya Singh. Tough contest. Vikramaditya Singh, minister, son of Veerbhadra Singh. So someone who's had who's been a entrenched leader. Along comes Kangana Ranaut and appears at the moment, as per our survey, to be winning the seat. I mean, the BJP has changed 134 candidates, sitting candidates. Kangana is one of them. Shankar, that seems to suggest that the BJP realized local anti-incumbency. Let's bring in new faces. If some of them have glamour, so much the better.
I think one of the points that we missed out on the Himachal story is just few weeks back, they couldn't get their Rajya Sabha candidate elected.
Yes.
And they are still figuring out who messed it up, whether it was the chief minister or the other.